And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are shifting our focus to the realm of indirect taxation. Our next speaker, Shri S.K. Rahman, Chief Commissioner of CGST, plays a crucial role in shaping and implementing GST policies across the country. He has an extensive experience in tax administration, and from him, we'll hope to learn about key developments, challenges, and opportunities in the GST framework. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Honorable Justice C.V. Badang Saab, Sri Akhilesh Ranjan Sir, former member CBDT, Sri Pratap Singh Saab, DG Investigation, Sri Ajay Jain, Venture Capitalist, Sri Vijay Kumar from Tax India Online, and Sri Shailendra Kumar, Tax India Online Editor-in-Chief, and dignitaries available present in the audience. Sri Uday Bhaskar Sir, Principal Chief Commissioner, CGST, Mumbai. Sri Nagvenkar, Principal Commissioner, Audit, Pune. Honorable members of ITAT, Member Judicial and other members, and stalwarts from the industry, big consultants from various taxations. Very, very good morning to all of you. Mumbai, now it is called, has been very dear to me. It's very close to my heart. I worked here for 13 years, 2001 to 2013. In making of any bureaucrat in a service of 32 years, Mumbai has played a very, very big role. You know, the bureaucrat learns to listen to the trade, understand the difficulties. Whether it solves or not is a different matter, but Mumbai has played a very, very great role in my career. I would like to thank Tax India Online for giving me an opportunity to interact with you. So today, you are aware the Tax India Online has been conducting this kind of TA World Congress starting from 2020. In 21, they have done 21 and 20, and further, almost for 5 times they have done this. This is a kind of encouragement for the trade. This is a kind of encouragement the taxpayers. Please remember that a nation is made when taxes are paid. And when the taxpayer pays taxes, it is the government which appreciates. And now Tax India Online has been playing a very positive role in support of the government policies to appreciate the taxpayers, to give them awards as a best taxpayer, you know, best entrepreneur, best consultant. So these kind of awards are also being given by Tax India Online. On behalf of the Government of India, particularly CBSE, I would like to pay my heartfelt gratitude for giving such kind of encouragement for the taxpayers. I also would like to thank Tax India Online for taking such a great initiative for last 5 years for conducting this TIOL Congress. It's a great platform, All India platform, with such a famous brand name of Tax India, where the latest issues of taxation are discussed. Both in direct taxes, indirect taxes. So to playing such dissemination of information to the taxpayer, so that the gap between the government, tax department and taxpayer is reduced, is also a positive role in support of governmental policy. I again bow down before Tax India Online and thank them for playing such a positive role. Sir, coming to the indirect taxes, for direct taxes, already 2 people have spoken. I just would like to touch upon few steps that have been taken by the Government of India in last, let's say, 1 or 2 years in trade facilitation. What I wanted to do is, I will like to first touch upon few GST related matters. I will start in reverse manner, that is starting with 55th GST Council meeting conducted on 21st December 2024, wherein government has taken a lot of trade facilitation measures. I will just touch upon 1 or 2 just to enlighten the audience. I know that audience is aware, but it's always good to refresh those people who are not keeping track of the initiatives taken by government for trade facilitation. Sir, on the 55th GST Council meeting, one of the great measures that they have taken is to amend Schedule 3 of CGST Act, wherein they have inserted under Schedule 3.8 serial number AA, they have inserted, wherein you are storing goods in SEZ, those are equivalent to the bonded warehouse. By adding it in the Schedule 3, it is now considered as neither supply of goods or services. Thereby, you will continue to take ITC, but at the same time, you don't have to pay taxes for that. They have also removed what was the confusion about the vouchers. When you go and purchase something, the shop fellow may give you some gift voucher. There was a lot of confusion on this gift voucher about taxability for last 5-6 years. This time the government has done is that delete section 12(4) and section 13(4) of CGST Act, and also rule 32(6), by which they have brought in lot of clarity with respect to the taxability on vouchers. The government from last 2017 to till date, almost 7 years, 8 or 9 months, have been given lot of clarifications where there is some difficulty. If you remember, during our central excise days or service tax days, so many circulars was not given. The purpose of this giving circulars is to hold trade hand in hand so that you don't get confused or you don't get a negative image about the initiatives and policy initiatives taken by the government. I would just like to go back a little bit, one step behind to 54th GST Council meeting that was held on 9 September 2024. Just to refresh our memories, if you remember, during that particular meeting in the press release, the government has done, and people are taking advantage of this measure also, that is procedure for conditions to waive interest and penalty for the years pertaining to 2017-18, 18-19, 19-20 by insertion of section 128A. Those people who were not able to, who are disputing with the government if appeal is not filed, if in such kind of situations, if they voluntarily come forward and pay the disputed tax, then the interest and penalty are waived subject to certain conditions. This is a great measure. It is equivalent to what SVLDRS that was done in central excise and service tax. Similarly, sir, if you remember, under section 16(4) of CGST Act, even though time limit were over, many people have taken credit. To legalize this, we have brought in what is called 16(5) and 16(6). So in support of that, the government in the 54th GST Council meeting had come out with a special procedure by insertion of particular rules, wherein whatever the credit that was not supposed to have been taken in 16(4) has been regularized, or they have worked out a special procedure for implementation of 16(5) and 16(6). Sir, apart from that, a lot of amendments have been done with respect to certain rules. I mean, rules pertaining to 9610, rules pertaining to 89(4)A and 89(4)B. Why I'm telling this is, certain raw materials would have been imported using some customs notifications such as 78, 79 of 2017, wherein you are not supposed to seek refund if those inputs are used for manufacture of certain goods. But the government has come forward to clarify that and delete respect to obstructions in the particular rules where your refund process is very clear. In the same meeting, sir, government has given lot of clarifications with respect to circulars to remove ambiguity and legal problems. This is on the front of GST. If I come to customs, I have been dealing, luckily, sir, after 2017 to 2021, I was on the GST front, both as ADG, DG GST, ADG Systems, ADG Commissioner IT Compliance Management. I was completely involved in GST related matters. From 2021 onwards, I have been involved in customs related matters, 2021 to 23 till I joined SESTAT. So I have been seeing that customs is one area where people generally don't have complaints, but the government kept on increasing, in fact, kept on increasing what best it can give for quick clearance of the customs consignments. It's easy to blame any government department, but I think it's a movement on this TIA World Congress to just refresh what exactly government has done. I'm not taking, way back. I'll just take the few measures that they have been taken by government on customs front. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity of TIA World Congress to mention about VEGA, V-E-G-A. How many of you are aware, sir? What is VEGA? government has introduced what is called Vision for Expeditious Goods Release on Arrival. When the goods have been imported, how quickly they can be cleared. Government has announced a program called VEGA, in which particularly those people who are operating on authorized economic operator scheme, where the system will check up certain consignment or risk-based assessment. So those have been removed. Those have been facilitated now. There is a system of examination at the importer's premises has been introduced for bonded consignments, of course. So government is coming 2 steps or 3 steps forward. It is up to the trade also to come forward to, shake hand with government to take advantage of such kind of new procedure that have been introduced. In fact, government has come out on this front a procedure on arrival movement of cargo for at the importer's premises, particularly for electronics, because electronic parts and goods, India is becoming a superpower in the world, electronic goods manufacture. So now they have started this VEGA in electronic fronts, and I'm very sure government's intention is to extend it to many more classes of commodities. Government has also come out with automated customs refund for taxpayers in customs. In customs, still the process of submitting manual document, manual refund is to go on. Like we have done in CGST and GST, we have introduced this system. Sir, you might have also heard of giving what is called E-bond, meaning earlier there used to be that for consignments, if you want to give a physical bond, you have to go, take a bond, pay the stamp, paper duty, all those, then come to the government and physically submit the bond. All that has been removed. So today it is called E-bond and E-BG, E-bank guarantee. And this is called E-call Anubandh. E-call Anubandh means you don't have to do this process of taking a stamp paper. Everything has been automated now. This has been done in support, in collaboration with Ministry of Electronics Information Technology, Ministry of Law, Department of Financial Services and Structured Finance Management System, SFMS, and RBI. This has been done in integration with NESL, wherein not only Ministry of Finance, CBIC, we have taken the measure through them by which we have introduced what is called single all India multi-purpose electronic bond. You just have to take electronic bond and utilize it all India basis for all your consignments with respect to customs. I think when such kinds of measures are being taken by the government, I again appeal using this TABL Congress platform for the trade to take advantage of these measures. Till nothing is done, you will keep saying that nothing has been done. Once it has been done, people will ignore it and then don't take advantage. Yeah. I just will wind up by saying that in the finance, in the budget also, there are 2-3 measures that the government has taken, particularly for finalizing, on customs front, particularly for finalizing provisional assessment within 2 years. I remember, sir, from 1994 onwards till, when I worked in customs, provisional assessments used to be taken for years, it used to be pending. Now the limit has been set by amending section 18, wherein they said that provisional assessment shall be finalized within 2 years. Of course, subject to cooperation of the taxpayers. Similarly, government has introduced voluntary self-disclosure scheme, wherein if the goods have been cleared, but you feel that certain short payment has happened, you can come forward by pay. The new section has been introduced for this 18A. So considering all this, why I'm telling this is that India, as you know, is heading towards one of the best world economy. If you see, we are heading for the 6 trillion economy. That is our dream of India. To achieve this dream, my personal view is that, I'm not making an official statement, my personal view is that, sir, next 3-4 years, that is 2025, 26, 27, 28, are very, very crucial for the government. You know, a lot of changes are coming in the world, in US, European Union, many things that are happening. European Union President is here yesterday, and there was a combined statement that has been given. Considering the world changes, I think these 3-4 years are going to be very, very crucial for India. I personally feel that either we work hard, both the taxing department and the taxpayers, and make this nation an economic power, or we will break it. Meaning either you make it or break it. If we work together, we can make it a 6 trillion economy, absolutely no doubt. But if we do not do that in next 3-4 years, sir, we will never be able to make it. It's a question where either make it or lose it. If you lose now in next 3-4 years, believe me, I don't think it is ever possible for India to, race ahead of USA and China. So my appeal to you is that kindly cooperate. Let us have a stakeholder discussion. Let us not, crib about, paying some taxes. Because two things are certain, as you are aware, taxes and death. I pay income tax. And the same manner, I expect, people also to pay their taxes so that, when you pay taxes, sir, please remember that the tax money goes for the national building. It doesn't go into pocket of any person. So when I'm saying that I have paid so much GST, I'm proud that yes, I have paid this much of GST for the sake of this nation building. So my appeal to you once again is that let us work together, let us make our nation proud, let us make this country as economic superpower. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for having a patient hearing. Thank you once again.